pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. On 1st and 10, Jones. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he's flushed out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And it's now Newton. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 27. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 45 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on
a quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Gain on the play. And a Packer first down.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Ronald Jones.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jones throwing on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Then you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Again, the ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
It's 4th down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Good. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Newton. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now Jones on 3rd down. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
With a field goal of 33.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
I'm fully good for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Micah Hyde on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Bass is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Newton. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Newton. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Newton.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down.
Here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
37-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Flush to his right, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the run, it's Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been Powell running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. This throw caught right around the 6. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on second down. Jones, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Bears 27, Packers 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jones steps away to his left. And he almost intercepted it.
On the keeper.
They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
On the coverage.
Operating from the gun, Jones being chased out left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back now at Soldier Field.
With the score.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, Packers.
Newton on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Second down and goal. Newton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Newton on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down now, Barkley, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Barkley did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. He's going to let it fly, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire.